Which brings me to my next question as to why should smart energy be felt necessary actually by the planners and investors for benefits of better town planning?
Energy is if we want to keep the goals of 1.5% climate change at the max. It is not necessary if we don't care, and maybe in a couple generations there are no more human beings on Earth. The Earth will keep turning, not a problem. But for us, it is a problem. If we want to survive, and if our grandchildren want to survive, then we have to go to clean energy. Our townships use 100% clean energy. There's no gas, no coal, no oil. That's what we have to do around the globe, not only in India. We've proven it in 32 townships in Switzerland. It's possible, even though it's very cold here in winter. In India, we don't have that problem. We have the problem of heat, and we can tackle it. Back it over.
Thank you so much, Andreas. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Desai, and I would want him to give a few words and summarize today's discussion, which has been extremely informative, insightful, and actually the note on which I started itself is a very innovative subject, which is of relevance in today's times. With that, I would now request Mr. Desai to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Payal and Andreas and everyone on the panel. Very interesting, detailed discussion. There are lots of questions we could address today to take this whole smart city project more feasible. One question which came up towards the end was with regard to the price of land. I think why invest today is because I think prices at this point in time are likely to go down or will be lower because whole real estate sector has come down under pressure. So for a longer term basis, this may be the better time to invest and then develop these projects, I think from a pure business perspective. And these are not 1, 2, 3 year projects. I think they last forever. And most important reason why people will look at these projects is because of its sustainability, its quality of life, rather than the urban cities, which they are going through all the kind of problems, So pandemic is only one part of the game. There are many other issues. Today we have seen cities becoming much cleaner, better, without any traffic and without other thing. But I think how long and the new models that are coming up in smart city would also be financially independent because I think they will try to manage their own finances and make new commercial models, including, sponsorship. For example, is you can name, let me give you one example. You can take a small town or village and name it as, let's call Infosys or TCS or Wipro. The town itself will be called like that. So there are many interesting models, revenue models can be generated because this is not about just sponsoring, but it's all about encouraging the sustainability. So at this point in time, we don't have too much of time to go into different ideas for revenue generation, but because it's going to be greenfield, new field, so there are many other things that one could do. And as I mentioned, that the new standards of corporate governance would be also be evolving, or I think be applied in this new smart city project. So I think it would be both from hardware and software, both perspective. We have a great opportunity to do something to change the world for the better again together. Thank you so much for being so patient for 1.5 hours and still listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, NMD. With that, I will actually like to thank all our panelists today for joining our session, and I'm sure the audience